The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by SIDEBAR, its guests, callers, and advisors are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS Verizon Media Group. SIDEBAR, a 103.5 The Beat podcast, is a production of ILTV Studios and may not be reproduced or represented, in part or in its entirety, without the express written consent of Verizon Media Group. SIDEBAR is the intellectual property of Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2024. All rights reserved.
Hi, Stephen. This is SIDEBAR. I'm recording this message from Monday of last week, this week. I don't know how you count. Anyway, according to the calendar, it is December 9th, Monday. I'm recording this early because my producer is out of office at the time, and so he said he loved his wife and he won't work on their relationship. Type foolishness. I don't understand. The Bible say you ain't even supposed to be married. But anyway, that's not why we're here. This morning, I woke up and I see a headline, and it says something along the lines of Junkanoo has been postponed or canceled, with some people claiming political interference. Now, I'm sure in the future, this has all been resolved, but I'm going to pretend as though it hasn't. I hate headlines like this because the Bahamian public is not going to read the fine print. And the first thing that we are going to do is say, oh, the government do this. The government canceled Junkanoo. Brave gotta go. Except that's not exactly what happened. And I know this because then I saw the emails and read the whole Instagram post. The short version is that because of the split of the Valley Boys, there's a question of whether or not both Valley Boys are allowed on Bay Street. The government's present position is that while it is before the court, either both of them rush or none of them rush. And now you're all caught up. Good. Now, with that said, please stop calling everything political when everything isn't political, not in that sense. I mean, sometimes apples are red. Sometimes bananas are yellow. And I mean, bananas are also black. Bananas are complicated. Don't worry about bananas. They doing their own thing. That ain't none of your business. You need to worry about Junkanoo. All right? I'm going to tell you a secret. The general Bahamian population, we really don't care. We just want Junkanoo to happen. And if you are saying that it is unfair for one group to participate and the other group to also participate, then, I mean, it makes sense to just deal with that amongst the groups. You could withhold points of one of them, or let the two of them rush, and whoever have the most points, that one will be the official Valley Boy. You know what? This internal strife, it don't have nothing to do with nobody else. Things like this is make people say things like, the Valley Boys, every year, man, first it was, we ain't ever participating again. Then it was they splitting up. Now, they went to cost, all the Junkanoo get canceled. For what? For what? Imagine if the NBA commissioner woke up one day and say, we are canceling the NBA playoffs because the Charlotte Hornets have internal issues, and now they are the big Charlotte Hornets and the stinging Charlotte Hornets, and one of the team owners happens to be related to the President of the United States. No one cares. Nobody cares about the Charlotte Hornets. They didn't even win last time. So why are you canceling the playoffs like they are the most important team? What does this have to do with the other groups? What does this have to do with the sponsors? What does this have to do with the people who already buy tickets? Worse, what does it have to do with the people who don't buy tickets and was still expecting the show? Y'all think Bahamians don't know how to tell the difference between two different valleys? Do y'all get confused when people say the graduation is going to be by Zion Baptist Church? No, you don't. And that's with the fact that there are at least 12 of them in South Beach alone. Y'all know it's 7 different kind of Baptists, right? And that's before you count the Mennonites and Andros, because technically they are actually true Anabaptists. And you know what? The Independence Committee has never canceled independence because they feel like there are too many Baptists at the ecumenical service. So help me. The corporations could say whatever they want to say. That ain't stop no show. Press conferences don't stop no party. Only rain could stop John Canoe. Sidebar. So yes, only rain could stop John Canoe, as well as an 1899 Act of Parliament that categorized John Canoe as a nuisance, as well as in 1944, 2 years after the Burma Road riot, when John Canoe was also criminalized, again, because cowbells and drums on Bay Street scared the people who own stores on Bay Street. But besides that, only rain could stop John Canoe King. If all other groups ready and the government say, hey, y'all have permission to do it in the road, and the road clear, and the police out there, and everybody who have their tickets and who don't have their tickets are already there, the bleachers are already there, what they could do? Let the people who want to stay home. And let's be honest, certain powers to be, it would probably be better if they stay home, because every year we is questioned if they was at the same parade that we was at. Anyway, all of this only leads up to why I can never be prime minister, because let me tell you something. What I would do, see, people just forget everything regulated by the government, right? At the end of the day, we have vested all of our power in the government. So first off, when you fly up in the government face, what you're really doing is you're flying up in the face of the people. Second point, it's because the government is given the regulatory powers over everybody, no matter which island, no matter which corporation. I'd find some random long lost rule and dissolve the corporation and start a whole new thing. We got a couple weeks. We could meet in Parliament one more time. We'll form a whole new committee or board, association, ham sandwich. It don't matter what we call it. The new one will be in place in time for Boxing Day. And the old one, they could be home with their clothes dissolving around them. It don't even matter. But that's also why I will never be in a position of power, because anyway, none of that is what this show is about today. I mean, roughly, the show is about music in the Bahamas and the way forward, pun intended. Apparently, my intros, they no longer have anything to do with the show. So, anything is possible. This is Sidebar, a 103 to Beat podcast powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna, and we'll be right back. Oh, also, we should take their TV so they can't even watch John Canoe at home. That's another thought.
So don't let your daily inspirations go to waste. Win now with our selection of lottery games. Play now at islandluck.com or at any of our locations. What's your inspiration?
Get ready to win Lucky Bucks. Wherever you see this taxi, flag it down.
The boy hard, beating so hard, but I will be hard. What I'm looking for my first contestant to ride in the Lucky Taxi. To walk in the taxi, you gotta do the Lucky Walk, bro. Four. Thanks. Man, thank you, sir. 85 times 2 is how much, brother? You leave with $170, brother.
I never expected to win as much as I win.
Bang along. Very excited when the gentleman picked me to ride inside the taxi.
So if I had to choose a game that would stay, it would be Island Luck Taxi.
You could be next on the Island Lucky Taxi.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
Tired of driving around from place to place just to get your car insured and licensed? Frustrated with the process of being back and forth from your insurance company to road traffic? Well, BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers just made insuring and licensing your motor vehicle as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Visit us at the Road Traffic Department, Section 1, Thomas A. Robinson Sports Stadium. At our office, you can purchase or renew your insurance or get your vehicle inspected. We at BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers represent major carriers. Step 2. See the professionals at Road Traffic to get your vehicle licensed. Step 3. Enjoy your day. Insure with BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers today, saving you time and money. Your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Great rates, convenient, excellent service. For more information, call us at 322-2221.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
Welcome back to Sidebar, 103 The Beat podcast, powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna, and today with me we have Sherwood Rahming, whose name I don't know how to spell ramen, dog. Forgive me.
I've seen it misspelled multiple times. So.
I'm pretty sure everything that I've ever sent you is probably misspelled, because I was like, I feel like that's wrong. The H in the wrong
Not
place.
from you. I mean, like generally, sometimes people just mess it up.
Yeah, the H is silent.
It is.
Okay, that's the problem. Anyway, Sherwood Rahming, today we are talking about music. So for the people out there who may not be familiar with you or your work, tell them a little bit about yourself.
A little about me. I am an artist myself. I guess primarily I do a lot of music production and studio operation. Mm-hmm. But beyond that, I'm an artist myself. I do a lot of writing and production for myself. And I'd like to think of myself as like an overall creative entrepreneur. So sometimes I'm just like exploring different aspects of foundations in creativity.
All right.
We do kickboxing sometimes.
Yeah,
I think that's fun.
I mean, I don't know. Is kickboxing a part of your musical journey, or it's just...
It's a part of the life journey, which is a part of the musical journey.
Okay. So are you professionally trained?
Absolutely not.
So you like Kanye just figuring out the keys, or like how does that work?
Giovanni Harrison Johnson,
okay,
friend and like business partner. Me and him just started a spot. He's a trainer. He's a professional, mm-hmm. and I'm the somewhat enthusiast.
You talk about the Muay Thai.
Yeah,
I mean, right, I'm talking about like the music, the key, like key is like because I know that you play the piano.
I diddle on piano. I play guitar properly.
Okay.
Yeah, I play guitar properly. I could fiddle on piano, bass, drums a little.
Okay.
Just a little.
But enough that you hear the music.
Yeah, I can make music with my little knowledge of those instruments.
How difficult was that for you to jump into? Because if you don't have necessarily the formal training, how do you get to that point? Like, did you ask somebody, or did you just say, I can lock myself in the room until I figure this out?
Both, honestly. I remember when I first started, my brother used to play piano better than me. So I used to be like, man, I have the sound. Here's the sound. And he'd try to find it. He could find it faster than me. But then eventually, I didn't want to wait for him to find stuff. I didn't want to wait for him to be accessible to me. So I picked up the guitar. Self-learning. There's an app called Musician. I played with that for a while. YouTube, and then just like watching other people around play and them giving you tips.
That is, let me tell you, the most difficult thing is having a song in your head and trying to get somebody to say, okay, it goes like this.
Yes.
And of course, sometimes you can't hear how off you are.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that.
I mean, sorry, me. That might just be me. Where it's like, you know, it's like, because I have a range. It's not that right. It's like I have a range, and so it only can go so far. So let's start off with an easy question. Top 3 Bahamian artists. Who you got?
My top 3 Bahamian artists might be Exuma is like top. Tony McKay.
Right.
I think from there I'd go maybe Ronnie and then like Judah, the Lion.
I almost want to say that's safe because you picked 2 dead people and 11 person, but that's fine. And I don't think anybody's going to be like, how dare he pick Judah? But okay, that's fine. You didn't put yourself in the top 3.
No, I wouldn't do that. That's weird.
Okay, all right. I mean, I guess you're not a rapper then.
Definitely. That's a rapper thing.
That's the most rapper thing. Let me tell you, me.
Yeah.
Then this guy named Joe, and then me again.
Yeah.
Right. So the type of music that you create or that you perform, what would you call that type of music?
I think the stuff that I put out last, the Grounded album, was an Afro-Caribbean fusion.
Okay.
So there's a lot of general Caribbean influence, that is Bahamian, Haitian, Trini, etc. Just like looking at music in different parts of the Caribbean regions and kind of finding the connection to, I guess, Africa, like, because slavery and stuff and
the
culture.
Diaspora and stuff, right?
Exactly. So it's kind of like finding the through lines and then meshing. So Afro-Caribbean.
Right. Inside my head, I'm thinking of how language works. So I don't want to stray too far, all right?
Go ahead.
Right, because it's like what Bahamians speak, what we call locally Bahamian colloquial or Bahamian vernacular,
right,
is Bahamian Creole English.
Correct.
Right? And that has a substrate from West Africa and a superstrate from England, I guess, right?
Okay.
Where we borrow a lot heavily the words of English.
Yes.
But the way we use them
is very African.
Is African.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming that when you say you find a through line, you're talking about doing something similar with music, where
bingo.
These notes are universal notes, but the way these notes find each other is a bit African. Yeah,
and I mean, for me, we've had this conversation historically as Bahamians for a long time. What is Bahamian music?
That's going to be a follow-up question.
Say, what is Bahamian music? And people like to say, is this, is that. You put it in a box, then it's hard to talk about afterwards. But I like to think about just like how we have been influenced over time and what is our heritage. Because I'm more concerned with what do we have access to claim, not just what have we been doing lately. So it's kind of like Junkanoo is very African-esque.
Right.
But we don't beat Junkanoo drums
every day
with the Congo and the bongos.
Oh.
Or the djembe,
right,
which are African-derived instruments.
Yeah.
We get a barrel, we put it together, it's a tom-tom, it's cool. Or like it's simple stuff. What if we beat Junkanoo rhythms with those drums? Mm-hmm. That is the beginning of a fusion to me. Like simple things like that.
Yeah, and they also some of those they use sticks, right?
Yeah, like the talking drum.
Yeah, and so like we've it's weird because we do it with marching band stuff, but then there's this. The word is sacrosanct when like you're afraid to touch something because it's so holy.
Bingo. Right,
and like the Constitution is sacrosanct, so you can't change anything or like that. We feel that way about Bahamian culture, where it's like, no, this is the way it is done. To change this would be to defile something. Right. And so when you talk about Bahamian music, where is there a line for you? Is it a matter of what, because I know you kind of say, no, it's not just what we do. Right. But is it also where it's birthed from? And do you think that we'll get to a point where how rap or rock couldn't just remain, it's this, and they've all split off into like 20, 30 different subgenres?
Is there a line for me? No. Experimentation is a part of being a creative. The minute you start to be like super anal and unlimited, then you kind of kill your creativity. I don't know. I think it's very possible to see strong, potent cultural aspects of what is Bahamian music infused into the many genres that we already enjoy too. Right. Like I think that's a part of what's to be expected. We live next to America. We're gonna hear a lot of rap. We're gonna hear a lot of R&B, etc. Right. But it would be like a total miss to not bring ourselves to those genres, and then to not bring those things into what we do as, say, rake and scrape or whatever. Right. If we only ever using major chord progression and rake and scrape, then it's kind of monotonous. You know what I mean?
That is why a lot of them sound the same.
Exactly. Yeah. They sound the same because they often use the same chord progressions. But if you bring a little of the jazz mentality to it, it could just be something different. You might not want to call it rake and scrape after that.
Right. And so, I mean, I think that might be the thing. So, like, if we define, all right, this is traditional Bahamian music. Yeah. But then this over here is something else.
It's just not traditional. It's not folk anymore. And that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, like, as time progresses, because pop music changes as time continues, because whatever is popular is pop music. Bingo. And so at one point it'll be pop, and then years later you look back and it's like, it's disco, it's funk. And
Bingo.
So, like, I'm assuming that it would be similar to that. I want to circle back then. This is a little off topic. What, could you say you pulled from like the different sounds of the Caribbean, like Trinidad and the Bahamas and Haiti. The only thing I know about Haitian music is the MIDI. That weird MIDI keyboard.
The synth sound.
Yeah, and it's very high pitched. Yeah. Is that what you're like? What is the sound? I know this just out of my ignorance. This is my personal ignorance. Yeah. What is the sound that you would pull from?
So, firstly, I think a big part of observing music in the Caribbean is the rhythms, not so much the specific sounds. Okay. So we know what the rhythm of soca is typically. Right.
On some level.
Like on some level. Yeah. And the rhythm of a lot of, I guess, what we know from Haiti is compa and zouk. Yeah. Which is like 4 on the floor, but like a different accented on hi-hat things like a.
Is that a musical time signature? You say 4 on the floor?
Yeah, it's like kick drum on every quarter note or something like that.
Oh, okay, okay, yes. All right, now I.
Which is very rake and scrape too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, but compa is like.
Even numbers are easier to deal with. You know what so recently, in an attempt to do something to a Tony McKay song, I realized my brother explained to me, I said, babe, I can't break this down I don't know what type of weird time signature he using. And he's like, the song is 4/4, but he's not singing 4/4.
And that happens.
Where it's like he's doing like an odd number, but the beat itself is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And that's one of those weird things. So I imagine like, but then again, his music also is like folk.
His music is his own thing.
It felt like everything was experimental.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, I would get that. With that, right? With all that, the music, do you feel in your heart, based on your experience locally, that music has a level of appreciation from the general population?
Which music?
Well, I don't even know if we fully ever address what is Bahamian music, but music that is produced by Bahamians.
Generally, like all music produced by Bahamians?
Right. Do you feel like locally the people appreciate it, or is it a specific genre that they prefer over another?
Bahamians are very particular with what we consume. I think rake and scrape, let's just call that like one pocket.
Right.
That's always going to be safe, and Bahamians will always love rake and scrape. So it's easier to be a new rake and scrape performing artist,
right,
and receive like good reception. I think,
but I'd imagine it'd be flooded or like harder to break. To like.
I don't even think it's harder to break. I think actually people get so many opportunities within that space because I think from an institutional standpoint, the government supports that.
Right.
So they want to put people on the regattas and the stage. So it's like competitions all the time to help break these new artists, if you may.
Right.
So rake and scrape is always going to be safe. Bahamians doing anything else is not as safe. Is it well received? Sometimes, yes. Yeah. I think the rap music has been more well received as like with younger generations.
Right.
I'd say.
But I mean, rap is for the young. It's supposed to be like rebellious.
Right, I guess. But you know, like, so my daddy ain't listening to new rap music.
No.
Period.
But he might listen to some old rap.
But he might listen to some old rap.
Yeah.
But he ain't no old Bahamian rappers.
There were. It's just that you can't find the music no more, and they bury it, because I don't know. Minister Kevin Harris, who used to be on talk radio.
Okay.
He was a part of a rap group called System 3 in the early 90s.
Nice.
Good luck finding any of those songs.
Right.
You'll never find it.
That's gone.
But anyway, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into Bahamian music. This is Sidebar 103 to Be podcast powered by ILTV. We'll be right back.
So don't let your daily inspirations go to waste. Win now with our selection of lottery games. Play now at islandluck.com or at any of our locations. What's your inspiration?
Get ready to win Lucky Bucks. Wherever you see this taxi, flag it down.
The boy hard, beating so hard, I will be hard. I'm looking for my first contestant to ride in the Lucky Taxi. You walk in the taxi, you got to do the Lucky Walk, brother. Oh. Thanks. Man, thank you, sir. 85 times 2 is how much, brother? You only win $170, brother.
I never expected to win as much as I win.
Bang along. Very excited when the gentleman picked me to ride inside the taxi.
So if I had to choose a game that would stay, it would be Island Luck Taxi.
You could be next on the Island Lucky Taxi.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
Tired of driving around from place to place just to get your car insured and licensed? Frustrated with the process of being back and forth from your insurance company to road traffic? Well, BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers just made insuring and licensing your motor vehicle as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Visit us at the Road Traffic Department, Section 1, Thomas A. Robinson Sports Stadium. At our office, you can purchase or renew your insurance or get your vehicle inspected. We at BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers represent major carriers. Step 2. See the professionals at Road Traffic to get your vehicle licensed. Step 3. Enjoy your day. Insure with BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers today, saving you time and money. Your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Great rates, convenient, excellent service. For more information, call us at 322-2221.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
Welcome back to Sidebar, a 103 The Beat podcast powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna, and I'm here today with Sherwood Rahming. Sherwood, let's jump into the business of it, all right? So, do you do music full time?
Yeah, I participate in the music industry full time, but I'm not a full time performing artist.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you produce and you record and you work within that.
Right.
How? And I mean, how both did you get into that? How were you, for lack of a better word, courageous enough to do that? And how do you persist in doing that?
So I got into it shortly, like midway through college, UB. I just kind of was obsessed with little creative experimentation. Right. And I was like, some point it hit me. If I'm playing with music for myself, maybe I could offer it as a service. Maybe I could record somebody. Yeah. Maybe I could make somebody some beats. People make money. You hear Kanye used to sell beats for however many thousands of dollars. It's like, I could do that. Yeah. I mean, maybe.
No, listen, you hear about people selling a song for $12,000 in royalties. So it's like, that sounds great.
That sounds great. Maybe I could do that.
Yeah.
So as I was gathering like small things, computers, gear, I just kind of put it out there that I'd record people online for like super cheap, $50, this kind of thing. Yeah. And that got me a couple people interested. And of course, people want cheap things. So when you're new to things, it's cool to be cheap, I think. Yeah. You get some experience. You figure yourself out. Do I actually like this? And you figure out how to price yourself, how to run a business. So I found that, like people will come to me to record. I know more than about recording than enough people for them to say, yeah, I'll pay you to do that. Yeah. So I kind of turned my living room into a studio. Right. It's really just been constantly investing bit by bit with what I know and how I could make this space just better.
I remember when you used to come in through the kitchen.
Yes.
And then like
Yes, you've been around. You've been
and
around.
then you built it up, and it's like, nah, y'all come through the side edges.
Yeah. So it's the micro improvements. And I think I just continue to do it because one is something that I really do like to do. I see how necessary it is, and honestly, I'm the kind of person that it's cool to be around artists and creatives.
Right.
You meet a lot of like cool people, you make friends, and it's just fun to be able to record. Like recording people, the process of making music is enjoyable.
Yeah. Like, do you have any like favorite persons like or things where you're like in that moment when you were doing it, you're like, they actually recording this person, or I'm doing this.
Mm-hmm. A lot of sessions with Judah are really fun. Sometimes we just get together and make beats.
Yeah.
There's a younger rapper, Dylan X Pete. Okay. He's real nice. I have a friend, her artist name is Ali on Rose. Like, her stuff is really nice. Sometimes we just sit, we write, we produce, and then it's like we record, and then as you see the parts of the song come together, it's like, this is why we make music. Yeah.
So now, keeping it on the business side of things, right? I'm not gonna get into the minutia of like, all right, these are the steps to that. But you had music that you've produced as well as recorded, like you're performing, that's been used on an international platform. So tell us a bit about that.
Yeah. So the most recent thing for me and my music has been having a song be used in an episode of The Bachelor.
Okay.
And it was kind of like opportunity meets preparedness kind of thing. They were shooting this episode here in Nassau, and they wanted an artist that had original music that could sing and play. So seeing this, Bachelor walks in, surprises his date with, romantic tableside dinner with the person playing guitar. It's cool.
Right.
So they used one of my songs, a really old song called I've Been Searching, from my first album, Sherry.
Okay.
And I played like maybe for 10 minutes total, like the song on loop a couple times.
Right.
They used the song how they saw fit, and that was that, honestly.
Yeah. So, I mean, you make it sound very simple. I mean, although I'm assuming that a lot of preparedness came into play because you had to learn how to, going back, you had to learn how to play the guitar properly.
Right, yeah. I've been playing guitar enough to be able to play my song.
So how, in your mind, how difficult would it be for Bahamians to get that opportunity? Like, is it solely just a matter of you need enough of a catalog and to be ready for the moment? Because anyway, we're not running on tourism, but all right. Or is it like, or is there something? Is a certain level of skill? What is it in your mind? Do you think it is for us to get Bahamians to that platform, and then to the next platform where it's not just bucking people who come here, but the music is being exported internationally? So right now we're talking about music publishing. Okay.
Music being used beyond just performing it or streaming it.
Right.
So having a catalog is important. We have a lot of people that sing beautifully, don't have original music, like content that they control. So having a catalog of music is important to begin with. No matter what genre you do, you should always seek to like make more music so you can have a catalog to offer.
Right.
Then the Bahamas is an interesting place. Like, a lot of rich people come here. A lot of people come here for unique experiences, sometimes in production, that, again, if you're prepared, you can get that opportunity. So those things can consistently happen. Now, getting our music in things beyond that, I think it's a matter of infrastructure. So it's probably about somebody organizing as an entity bigger than a singular artist, and aggregating a catalog of music, say from Bahamians, to be able to administer for these opportunities in film and television. And that's actually something that I kind of working my way up to doing.
Okay,
now.
because I was gonna say, like, on some level, I felt like that would be. So I remember this was years back when the Bahamian government did something with Sony, and they said they're gonna look for Bahamian artists or whatever. And in my head, it was like, wait, even though that didn't pan out necessarily the way it should have or at all, in my mind, it's like the Bahamian government is big enough to be like, hey, walk up to anybody door. Because, like, have you ever tried to find Facebook's phone number?
Yeah.
Like, how difficult is that?
Super difficult. Like,
right, you can't
talk to real people.
To find Facebook or Google's phone, as prolific as they are around the world, it's impossible. Yeah. But you know who could find Facebook's phone number? You know who could get in a plane and fly to their headquarters?
Yeah.
A head of state.
Yes.
Or a representative of a state. So a government official could go to these people and be like, hey, we got this.
Exactly.
Would you like to look? Just take a listen. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we have. And I imagine. So I have an appreciation for music, but I'm not musically inclined. Let's go with that. I'll be humble. All right? I'm not musically inclined. All right? With that, I have these ideas of, okay, this is how something like that would work or could work.
Yeah.
The thing that in my head keeps bucking up is before we get to the back end, the front end is what is going to be required of the artist. Like, it's not going to be enough just because you're Bahamian.
No.
And just because you was able to press record on something.
No.
In your mind, what is the, for lack of a better term, what's the bare minimum that we should be striving for so that in the moment of preparedness, when this aggregator happens, government or otherwise, that person's already?
Is a bit challenging to say because we're talking about music.
Right.
It's hard to tell people how to make music. It's a creative thing.
Yeah, no, I don't mean like on a technical level, but maybe it is a technical
right,
level.
Like there is definitely the bare minimum of you have to record in quality fashions.
Right.
You have to be sure that you have the rights to use whatever you're using.
Right.
People buy beats all the time, but sometimes they don't. And you put in those songs you don't have the rights to use the beat for. That's a problem.
Yeah.
But at minimum, we want to like make sure our production operation is quality. Get in the studio with somebody that knows what they're doing. In the studio doesn't mean the Sanctuary at Albany. It could be my studio. It could be Rick Carey's studio. It could be Neil Simonette's studio. Get in the studio, record. But beyond that, we have to experiment to the point where we find ourselves more and more, create cool stuff. It's about being cool at the end of the day. Music is about coolness. Yeah. Every song that we like.
Even the sad ones?
Even the sad ones. Every song that we like that's in big blockbuster shows and what's not, it's cool. I watch Deadpool and they still using NSYNC's or is it Backstreet Boys Bye Bye Bye? And it's like...
It's a great song.
And it's old, but it's cool.
Old is relative, but I get you. I understand. I understand what you're saying. I understand. So, okay. So, 2 questions, all right? What is the institutional support that you would like to see for Bahamian music?
Ooh. I think institutionally, it would be great to just see more cold, hard cash funding. Of course, it has to be vetted. Like, you can't just say you want money to do whatever.
Right.
That would help because music is expensive.
Yeah.
It's expensive to make music. Other than that, I think we have to get serious about exporting Bahamian music beyond Rake and Scrape because the genre market around the world for your R&B, soul, etc., it's massive. Like, they have charts dedicated to it.
Yeah.
So it would be nice if Bahamian artists could participate, but not only is making music hard, but showcasing yourself internationally is hard.
Yeah.
But there are spaces for you to showcase yourself internationally. But you
just gotta call it
money.
world of folk.
Money.
And money. All right, so what is the height that you would like to see your music at? Like, what is the sound or the platform that when your music hit that, like, you have a moment? It's like, for me, personally, if any song that I've ever written is performed on Bay Street, like I didn't pay the Junkanoo group to perform it, like they just go there and they perform the song, then I feel like, okay, I've arrived at a certain level of the cultural zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Right? That they were like, this song make enough sense for us to play it.
Yeah.
And then also another is, if a group of children spontaneously sing the song.
Yeah.
Because that's a level of being in the spirit of the age.
Yeah.
That is less, is almost tamper-proof. You know what I mean? Because like, you look back and you say, "Babe, I remember at GGYA people singing the SpongeBob theme song," and now to live in an age where there's a SpongeBob meme for everything, and that people communicate. There are people who communicate exclusively in SpongeBob, because it becomes so entangled in the spirit of the age. So, like, what is that moment for you?
I think the Junkanoo thing is pretty top tier, because that does show a level of saturation. Like, people know when you dealing with Junkanoo guys. So I'd put that as a tick. I was watching something with Snoop Dogg the other day, and they were saying how like Snoop Dogg is known by so many different generations. Yeah. Because he's in so many different things. I think
that's also helpful.
Yeah. I think getting random kids in school to know it without you like serving it to them is his own thing. Those are culturally impactful. That would be great. And then there is money.
I get you. For me, I guess it's like, for me, the money makes sense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the most lucrative gig that you're gonna get is probably being the behind the scenes for somebody who's already on.
Yeah.
Until you are able to get on yourself. So like Carrie Hilson, what's Stacey's name? Oh my God, Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Right? Lady Gaga was a songwriter. Background. And finally, she figured out a shtick.
Yeah.
That'll make her pop outside as a singer-writer.
Yeah.
And now she's gone back to being normal.
Right.
See, all these people like they probably made bank off of Carrie Hilson. Did I say Carrie Hilson?
Yeah.
Okay, right? Yeah, they made a bunch of money writing for somebody else, and then afterwards they're like, okay, let me try.
And with that being said, you're right. Like, absolutely, for me, beyond people knowing me as a front of face person, frontline person. Again, I like the process of making music so much that it would be nice to just expand who I get to work with as a producer. And production credits is enough. Like, working with more cool guys on different tiers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to take another quick break. We're going to come back and let you get the final word in. This is SIDEBAR 103 to B podcast powered by ILTV. We will be right back. 30 seconds.
So don't let your daily inspirations go to waste. Win now with our selection of lottery games. Play now at islandluck.com or at any of our locations. What's your inspiration?
Get ready to win Lucky Bucks. Wherever you see this taxi, flag it down.
The boy hard, beating so hard, I will be hard. What here? I'm looking for my first contestant to ride in the Lucky Taxi. Walk in the taxi, you gotta do the Lucky Walk, bro. Oh, thanks. Man, thank you, sir.
85 times 2 is how much, brother? You leave it with $170, brother.
I never expected to win as much as I win.
Bang along.
Very excited when the gentleman picked me to ride inside the taxi.
So if I had to choose a game that would stay, it would be Island Luck Taxi.
You could be next on the Island Luck Lucky Taxi.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madeira Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
Tired of driving around from place to place just to get your car insured and licensed? Frustrated with the process of being back and forth from your insurance company to road traffic? Well, BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers just made insuring and licensing your motor vehicle as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Visit us at the Road Traffic Department, Section 1, Thomas A. Robinson Sports Stadium. At our office, you can purchase or renew your insurance or get your vehicle inspected. We at BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers represent major carriers. Step 2. See the professionals at Road Traffic to get your vehicle licensed. Step 3. Enjoy your day. Insure with BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers today, saving you time and money. Your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Great rates, convenient, excellent service. For more information, call us at 322-2221.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
Welcome back to Sidebar, 103 The Beat podcast powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna, and this is the Island segment. Cat Island, top food, flour cake, which tastes way better than it sounds. Top export. While they do not practice Obeah, I'm going to say that their top export is Obeah. All I'm saying is, if you're walking in Cat Island, don't pick up any rock, bottle, stick, paper, mounds of dirt, eggs, stray animals that you may encounter in Cat Island. Interestingly enough, no cats. Top site to visit: the old railroad, underground caves, the Hermitage, that's also the highest point in the country, the horse-eating monster in the Blue Hole by Orange Creek. You know, regular family fun. This is Sidebar, 103 The Beat podcast powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Sidebar, 103 The Beat podcast powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna and Sherwood. You have the final 2 minutes. Tell us, well, I guess whatever it is that's on your heart. Go ahead. You have the floor.
Yeah, I think it's just important for people to stay curious when it comes to music and creativity. You never know what you'll find when you try to explore a bit. There are loads of Bahamian artists that are doing things not just in Reagan script, but in different genres, and it'll be like quality surprising. So beyond just going to Bahamas to listen to cover songs, or wherever you go, and listening to your standard favorite artist American, I think if you explore enough and ask the right questions, you go to enough of the open mics, you might walk away with like some real appreciation for what some of the Bahamian creatives are doing. And yeah, like, I guess if you're interested in some of the music that I do, feel free to check some of my stuff out. My latest album, Grounded, is available online. So just look me up and you'll be able to find some cool stuff.
All right. And Sherwood Rahming would be the name.
Yeah, Sherwood Rahming.
You just have to spell it correctly.
Spell it correct.
Anyway, Sherwood, thank you so much. Well, hopefully we'll have you back. Talk about some more music stuff. I didn't expect you to get so philosophical so quickly into it. That's fine. That's fine. And we never asked, I was going to ask you, like, what was your original course of study at COB?
Biochem.
That's how it always is, you know. Anyway, thank you so much. This has been Sidebar, 103 to Beat podcast, powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna, and I'll see you again next week.